Hello, folks. So now, actually, let's go ahead and do the next stuff. So we got the security group and subnet group values. So the next thing, one moment, to do is connect to the DB cluster and load data. This lab will walk you through the process of connecting uh, to the DB cluster you have. So to the DB cluster you have just created, not this one, I think the one that's already created, and using the cluster for the first time. You'll also load an initial dataset from Amazon S3. So this lab contains the following tasks: connect to the DB cluster, load an initial dataset from S3. So let's go ahead. So connect to the database cluster, connect to the Aurora database just like you would to any other MySQL database, MySQL based database using a compatible client tool. So in this lab, you will be using the MySQL command line tool. So it's like a command line interface thing, CLI tool. So if you have not already opened a terminal window in VS Code IDE in a previous tab, in a previous lab, please follow these instructions to do so now. Once connected, run the command below, replacing the cluster endpoint placeholder with the cluster endpoint of your database cluster. So where do I find the cluster endpoint or any other placeholder parameters? The value of the cluster endpoint may be found by following the gather prerequisites. Okay. So password, think I think it'll be there in that. We'll have to find out. So this is what we are trying to do. So here I need to put this cluster endpoint. So is this for the, so actually, oh, by the way, we forgot to read through one of the things that was said in the create and configure. I think it was here, clear the, I think over here, no, not here. Somewhere they had mentioned about how these things work. So what did we essentially do? Something. So something like this. What do all these parameters mean? What do all these selections mean? So I think we missed to read this. I forgot. So you'll create a database cluster with the following characteristics: Aurora MySQL 8.0 compatible. So regional cluster composed of a writer and a reader DB instance in different availability zones, highly available because you have a writer and you have a reader, so different availability zones. And so if the writer goes down, the reader becomes the writer, I guess. So yeah, highly available. So you have deployed in the VPC and using the network configuration of the lab environment. So using custom database engine parameters that enable the slow query log. So it logs all the slow queries given the time. I think there's a minimum time. If the query runs for more than that time, then it gets logged into the slow query log. S3 access and tune a few other configurations, automatically backed up continuously, retaining backups for 1 day, using data at rest encryption and retaining 24 hours worth of changed data for backtrack purposes, and with enhanced monitoring and performance insights enabled. So this was one thing. So what about these? So we have set the DB clusters database credentials automatically for you. We have also created the schema named MyLab as well. The credentials were saved to AWS Secrets Manager secret. So yeah, so you can view and retrieve the credentials stored in the secret using the following command. Okay, I think if you run this here, you should get it. When calling the gets an invalid name, must be a valid name. Oh, I didn't give a valid name. The AR and Amazon resource name of the secret. So let me go to the secrets manager and secrets manager. Okay, maybe I'll just go ahead over here and click this and say secrets. Oh, security league. Okay, secrets manager. Okay, and VS Code secret plus admin user redshift. Okay, I think this is the one. This is for the Aurora Lab MySQL cluster. Cool. So we get the secret Amazon resource name and put it here, and the password is this. So basically, if you don't do this, I think you will get a JSON name, version ID, secret string, and all that. Okay, so secret is this is the username and this is the password. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this as the username, and this is the password. I think the double code is required, or else this might be taken up as a wildcard given bash. So let me go ahead and put this in. So there's a unknown MySQL. Okay, oh, I forgot to give the host. Oops. The host should be given here. I think this has to be the first one for, oops. I'll take the writer instance this time. So host should be this, and now I should have it. Cool, so I'm connected, and if I say show databases, let's make it a bit bigger. Yeah. So let me make it a bit more bigger. Yep. So show databases, and we are able to see this. So MySQL Aurora Lab MySQL cluster and administrator, and this is the password, and my lab is the schema. So if I say help, you can see these. Can I get info? Nope. Print current command. Okay. Anyway, so I'm connected to the MyLab database, I think. So MySQL is the default, probably. My performance schema, information schema. Okay. So now actually I think this username and password would have been present even in the over here, I think. So Amazon Aurora MySQL serverless, I guess those are. So password, secret. Oh yeah, this is the one, secret, right? So if you can just get the ARN from here, the secret. And yes, this is what I had actually put in. Yeah, over here we can actually find it. Yeah, it's over here. Cool. Okay. No, get this. Yep. Okay. So then next thing to do is start using this. So let me go ahead and once connected to the database, use the code below to create a stored procedure we'll use in future labs to generate load on the DB cluster. Run the following SQL queries. Okay, so delimiter $, and procedure, if exists, minute rollup, minute. Okay, create procedure, minute rollup, and input number. Okay, begin, declare counter, declare out number, counter is equal to 0, while counter is less than or equal to input number. Do set output number square root of random, and counter plus 1, and then okay, end while. Okay, So we need to create this over here. Okay, are you sure you want to paste the 13 lines of text into the terminal? So yep, for now paste as one line, no, multiple lines, and I think it's done. Cool. So 0 rows affected. Oh hey, so that's what we see. Once we're done with this, we can actually go load an initial data set. Once connected to the, so from S3 we're going to load an initial data set. Once connected to the DB cluster, run the following SQL queries to create an initial table. Create table if exists SB test1. So create table SB test1 ID k c pad. I'm not sure what these are. Primary keys ID key k underscore 1 k. Engine is InnoDB. I think this is the DB engine. Default character set is Latin 1. Okay, 10. I think this is 10-digit integer or 10 characters. I'm not sure. 10 character integer, 120 characters, 60 characters, and not null. Default is empty. Unsigned integer, not null, auto increment and default. Okay. Copy this and paste and done. So if we say show tables, we should, oops, not tablets, tables, we should see SB test1. Okay, so next load an initial data set by importing data from an object located in S3 bucket. So this is present over here, so this will take some time. So S3 US East 1, load data from S3 manifest, AWS Aurora lab, my US East 1 samples SB data sample.manifest. I think this is there or here somewhere. So I think this is a different bucket, is it? Okay. Anyways, oops. Let me go ahead and copy this. Data loading may take several minutes. You will receive a successful query message once it's complete. Okay. So records, it has I think 25002. I think it has okay, 2.5. I think it has 2.5 million records. Yeah. Okay. Let's run that now and okay, let's see how much time it takes. So I'll probably security, there are a lot of things. Not sure if I'll have enough time to try out all of this, but I'll try. Let's see. Machine learning. I wonder what is zero ETL. Set of integrations that minimize or eliminate the need to build traditional extract transfer instead of physically moving and transforming data. Enable direct querying and analysis across different data sources in near real time. Data virtualization, replication share, additionality. Loads it. Okay. Bypasses the need for extensive data movement and transformation by enabling direct querying. Okay, and analysis of data across different systems. Oh, okay. Looks like you don't have to do extract, transform, load. Instead, you can directly query and do analysis instead of extracting data and then transforming the data and then loading the data. That's a lot of data movement and a lot of transformation. So interesting. I will try it out. Cool. So for this video, that's all I had. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. And I think this will take some. Oh, this is done actually. So this did say this. So you can just do Control D. I think it will say bye, or you can just say quit and it will say bye. So you have now completed a few basic commands to interact with your Aurora DB cluster for the first time. These commands illustrate how to create a stored procedure in Aurora MySQL, create a new table using standard SQL syntax, and load data from files located in an Amazon S3 bucket. This took some 23 seconds. Yep, for these people it took some 29 seconds. So yeah. And backup and restore, I'll do it in some time in the next video. That's all I had for this video. I'll see you in the next one. We have a lot to do. Oh, hey. Cool, that's all I had for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.